Hello and welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you all had a great Juneteenth weekend. I didn't personally celebrate, but hey, if you did, more power to you. Hopefully you were safe. And it's been a very interesting development over the last couple of days. Now, obviously, Monday was kind of a slow news day, given the fact that most major institutions and government offices were all closed, banks, everything else, right? So I had to work, but hey, that's beside the point. So not a whole lot to talk about when it came to Disney and any big shakeups, but then I just saw this article a few minutes ago about Ryan Murphy apparently taking Netflix's millions and heading to Disney. Now, what that means is Ryan Murphy, who created shows such as Dahmer, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, The People vs. O.J. Simpson, a few other ones that, Nip Tuck, American Horror Story. He's been involved in a lot of things. He's been very responsible for a lot of Netflix's success in the last 5 years that he's been there. Well, apparently he is packing up and moving over to Disney. So while Disney is bleeding money, while their movies are failing, while they're not having any success at the box office, and they're just facing, one black eye after another with, bad press and people, becoming more and more unhappy with the direction they've taken this company, now we have one sign of life where it seems that Disney is trying to bring in somebody who has broad appeal with both critics and audiences. But this isn't even the main story. What I saw this and I was dying laughing. I had to do this because yesterday was Juneteenth, and it was a Afrocentric, more of a modern holiday. I don't want to say woke because I know that Juneteenth was around back in the 80s, I guess, in some parts of Texas. Not that most of us in this country have heard of Juneteenth. But the day after, Disney decided to fire their Chief Diversity Officer, Latondra Newton. Now, they're trying to frame it as her leaving to do bigger and better things, but there is no way anybody that gets this job, which, by the way, is the most asinine job you could ever create. This is literally like, I would take this job in a heartbeat. Diversity and Inclusion Officer, you literally do nothing except pretend to tell, well, not even pretend, you tell people how they can be less racist or more accepting, and that's all you do. You don't have to have any degree, you don't have to have any expertise. I mean, for her, she's a woman of color, female and person of color, so, two check boxes there. Definitely, they wouldn't hire my white ass. There's no way they would hire me. But this is the sweetest, cushiest job. You can make six figures easily to do nothing but preach at people, write a few memos, and then go to an early lunch and, work 4 days a week, if that. Maybe even just do like Zoom conferences, not even have to put on pants in the morning. This is the dream job for anybody that has to exist in the corporate world. So from the article from Deadline, it says Latondra Newton, who has served as Disney's Chief Diversity Officer since 2017, is leaving the company. Internal memo from Disney Chief Human Resources Officer Sonia Coleman announcing Newton's departure was circulated to staff on Tuesday. Coleman wrote that Newton decided to leave the Walt Disney Company to pursue other endeavors. Bullshit. She did not choose to. There is no way anybody leaves this job. That is insane thinking. We hear that she plans to join a corporate board and focus on a creative company she owns. Disney said Newton's direct reports will now report to Julie Mergis, SVP Talent Acquisition, who will run the DEI operations on an interim basis while the search for Newton's replacement is underway. Don't replace her. Literally, let the DEI department quietly go away. And this is one of those things I'm hoping we're going to see, because the more and more that the DEI, or DIE as we should call it, inclusion initiatives get pushed on all these companies, and the more that it kind of disseminates down to the employees, and then that kind of feeds into what us, the customers, are, picking up on. We're all sick of it. We're all sick and tired of it. It is absolutely baffling that it's taken them this long. And I know they're being propped up by BlackRock and Vanguard and the ESG initiatives and the WEF. We all know about all this stuff. We know why they do it. But it's losing them billions of dollars. Now, think about it this way. Bob Chapek took over after Bob Iger. Then Bob Iger took over from Bob Chapek. Chapek kind of got the brunt of the blame for why Disney was failing. Then Victoria Alonso, head of Marvel, had to leave, and she was both a lesbian and a Latina, so person of color again, and a marginalized person. And she was very heavily involved in Marvel's DEI push. So now you have Victoria Alonso gone. You've got Bob Iger back, but he's teetering on the brink. I mean, honest to God, I think he's going to be the next one. And then just a few days ago, last week, I believe it was, Disney's chief financial officer jumped ship. So things are going really bad. I love it. This is so exciting to watch. I'm hoping that 10 years from now, this entire culture war thing has boiled over, that Disney has gotten their act together, that we can just have a few companies out there that actually make decent kids entertainment for families and kids, which is what Disney was intended to be. And maybe we can get back there. I don't have much hope for it. If nothing else, if they just go under, I'll be excited. That'll mean no more crappy Star Wars movies, no more attempts at a Willow spinoff, no more Indiana Jones streaming shows. But who knows? We'll see. Oh, and thanks again, guys, for all the support lately. You guys have been awesome. Make sure to check out my latest video on my other channel. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. I really appreciate everyone being here, and we will see you on the next one.